Peace talks called off. President Trump announced that he has canceled a secret meeting that was planned between the U.S. and the Taliban after the group claimed responsibility for a car bomb that killed 12 people, including one U.S. service member. I spoke with Senate Armed Services Committee member Tom Tillis on Sunday Morning Futures yesterday about the president's announcement.
I think the president was right to cancel the meeting. I think what he's trying to do is fulfill a campaign promise, which is to end the wars and bring our men and women home.
What should we expect in terms of the U.S. walking away from Afghanistan with these people in charge, knowing that there's so many out there that have pushed back, saying this is a big mistake to bring our troops home?
Well, it raises a very important question about just how much control the Taliban has over the whole of all the threats in Afghanistan. I've been there. They are very dangerous people. It's not clear to me that any one voice speaks for them. But I think the president is right to try and engage in discussions in Afghanistan with North Korea, Iran. He's trying to engage to actually lower the threat to American men and women abroad.
Joining me right now is Wyoming Senator, Senate Environment and Public Works Committee Chairman John Barrasso. And, Mr. Chairman, it's good to see you. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Maria. Thanks for having me.
So what's your reaction to all of this? I mean, some people are questioning why there was a secret meeting planned in the first place with the Taliban and the head of Afghanistan. And then here we go. We see them taking responsibility for this car bomb attack.
Well, I think the president was right. He showed a lot of backbone. He has the right instincts and the right judgment on this, on canceling the talks with the Taliban. They practice terror while they claim to be negotiating. I think you can't trust them. This is personal for me, Maria. We still have a large deployment of Wyoming National Guard in Afghanistan. I've been there 8 times. And yes, is there fatigue of this whole process? But I think we have to make sure that we are fighting them there so we don't have to fight them here. And you see that it's the week of 9/11.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But you make a good point. Here we are in the week of 9/11, right? 18 years ago, we all suffered our worst terrorist attack on our land ever. And you've got this meeting set up. I mean, why negotiate with killers?
Well, the president, you know, leads through action. He's looking for results, looking for solutions. He's done that in terms of North Korea. He's done that all across the world. I think he is right to have done it here and right to have pulled back. Ultimately, we need security there so we make sure that they are not planning and able to plan the kind of attacks that they planned in 2001.
All right, let me switch gears, ask you about priorities for the new session. Look, I know that USMCA has got to go to the House floor first, but what are your thoughts in terms of what gets done in this kickoff to the fall and obviously to 2020 as well?
Well, that's one of my big priorities, USMCA. The other is just funding the government. We need to do that. The fiscal year ends October 1st. Healthcare costs continue to go up. We're working on issues to lower the cost of drugs, get rid of these surprise medical billings. These are a number of things we need to be doing in the next couple of weeks. But you're right, Maria. There are still 6 Democrat senators who are running for president of the United States, and one's pulled out of the race. But they have a big debate this week. They had their climate debate last week. I know that is going to certainly play a significant role in what we're able to accomplish on the floor of the United States Senate.
You speak about the senators running. How about your colleagues on the Republican side? Former South Carolina Governor and Congressman Mark Sanford is announcing he's going to be taking on President Trump for the 2020 Republican nomination. I spoke with Ranking Member Judiciary Committee Member Doug Collins. I'm going to tell you what he said in a minute. But what's your reaction to Sanford throwing his hat in the ring here? Is he going to get support in Congress?
No, he is not. I support President Trump. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that he gets reelected. In any presidential year, the fringe comes out, others come, the fringe of the fringe comes out, so I'm expecting to see more of that. I don't believe that Mark Sanford is a credible candidate for president. I support President Trump and what he's been doing for us in terms of jobs, the economy, national security, getting rid of regulations, appointing and putting into place conservative judges. We need to make sure he stays for a second term.
Yeah, it's funny that he would even throw his hat in the ring, really. I spoke with your colleague in the House, Ranking Member of the Judiciary Committee Member Doug Collins. He also answered the question of Sanford on Sunday Morning Futures yesterday. Here's what he said. Your reaction to Governor Mark Sanford saying he's going to challenge President Trump.
I think this is just another, Coyote type trip that's going out. It doesn't need to happen. Let's all come together and put this president back and reelect him. And I think that's what needs to happen in our party right now.
So the question of party unity comes up, Senator, and I wonder what your thoughts are about all these resignations and retirements. You've got a number of congressmen saying they're not going to run again. The list is long, and, you know, you wonder what's going on with the party as you face off against the Democrats in what's going to be, no doubt about it, a really tough fight going into 2020. The Democrats do not want President Trump there.
Well, they haven't wanted him from day one.
That's right.
They still don't believe that Hillary Clinton isn't the president of the United States. They can't accept the reality of what has happened and how good the president has done in terms of jobs and the economy and the millions of jobs that are created and the low unemployment rates. They still are disavowing the whole thing. So people make their own decisions about whether they're going to run or not for re-election. But if you believe in, from a conservative standpoint, and I'm a conservative, if you believe in a strong military, President Trump is your candidate. If you believe in judges, President Trump is your candidate. If you get rid of, say, smaller government, get rid of regulations, cut through the red tape, President Trump is the right person for the job.
Yeah. All right. We will leave it there. We will be watching the development. Senator John Barrasso, it's always a pleasure to see you, sir.
Thanks, Maria.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.